Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly reading for June 26th to July 2nd. This is for Pisces Sun and Rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional culture cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Pisces. I do this because I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we are here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, Pisces, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. Now, Pisces, this is a very interesting week. Hey, we're kicking it off with a pretty volatile aspect, okay? I'm not going to lie. On the 26th, on Monday. So Mars is squaring Uranus. Now, if you have been, if you're into astrology, you've seen astrologers talk about this, it's a pretty heated day, all right? And it's because Mars, which is a planet of drive, ambition, go, right? Can get really aggressive. And Mars is, the ruling planet for Aries. Where does Aries come from? The god of war, Aries, right? And so Uranus is in Taurus, and Uranus has been in Taurus since 2018, but Uranus is a ruling planet for Aquarius. So think about Aquarius, the James Dean. James Dean was an Aquarius, a little rebellious, but it's all about that, independence, uniqueness. It's really interesting how these two planets are going to clash, all right? So I've been saying it's kind of like poking the bear, but poking the bear with like 5 fingers, maybe, poking a bear that's awake, okay? So Aquarius is also, Uranus, it really is the planet of surprises and the unexpected. So there could be, on Monday, I'm just going to let you know, with Mars in Leo in your 6th house of everyday activities, everyday routines, okay, even health is in there, work is in there, and Uranus and Taurus in your 3rd house of communication, of communicating, right? There could be some words exchanged. There could maybe be some power struggle energy that's going on. There could be some, disputes over something. But in any case, I'm going to tell you why it may not be as harsh as it seems for you. First things first, you're a Pisces, okay? Mars in Leo and Uranus and Taurus, those are 2 fixed signs. So really going to affect the fixed signs the most, right? And so that's, you already, have a pass there. Secondly is that Mars in Leo really builds that confidence. And it really is something that where it makes you proud of where you are, where you've been, where you're going, okay? And so that's one of the reasons why it could be a really testing moment of power struggles that day, is because that affects everybody in the world, right? So if you were to, let's say, have a conflict with your boss or, your sibling or, even your children or whatnot, they're also feeling very proud. They're also drawing a line in the sand. So that's why it can be a little, people may feel a little restless that day. But that's the thing, is like, be proud, be confident, okay? And if there are disagreements, use that moment to fix it, okay? You can fight all you want, but what's the point of fighting if you don't fix it, right? So use that moment to actually not only, think about yourself, liberating yourself from that situation, but also when you do that, Uranus, Aquarius, right? The future forward sign, looking, being very inventive. Really being visionary at this point in terms of moving forward. And Pisces, you are the native ruler of the 12th house. You are the most visionary, the most imaginary. If there is something that comes up, I think you're going to be fine. The other reason why, the moon is in Libra Monday and Tuesday, okay? So that already softens the blow. Think about Libra. It is I'm sorry, I think there's something going by. So Libra is the sign of, just peace and harmony and balance. It's very diplomatic. It's being fair-minded. So again, softening the blow there. But the other thing that's happening is that same day, Mercury's moving into Cancer, okay? Mercury in Gemini is very different from Mercury in Cancer, all right? And that is actually going to be really good for you. Really, really good for you. Because not only is, Cancer fellow water sign, so you're going to feel that a little bit more than, some of the other signs, but Mercury, the planet of communication, communication, the messenger, right? Being in Cancer, it's being a lot more intuitive when you speak and when you communicate. It's really being like instinctual and, speaking more from your heart and in a loving way and, empathetically and even like viscerally, right? Especially for you, Pisces. I really, really love that. Now, all this activity in Cancer is in your 5th house, okay? And so that's really good. And that's why I think that, sure, things may be actually better for you than some other signs, all right? Because the 5th house is love. It is romance. It is pleasure. It is family and children, self-expression, creativity. So that's how the week's going to play out. The rest of the week is just, oh my goodness, really, really good. It's fantastic because on the 28th, the sun is trining Saturn. We know Saturn is in your sign. So there's a lot of new things that are happening for you. You're going through this, transformational process, even spiritually. And then the day after that, Mercury's trining Saturn. So you see how it's almost like Monday, it could be a little challenging, all right? And if there is some sort of, disagreement, not seeing eye to eye, maybe like a dispute or whatnot, it's with Mercury going into Cancer and the moon in Libra, it's like that happens, but then you kiss and make up. All right, so the best thing that's happening this week, the best day is the 30th. We have a Mercury Cazimi. The sun conjuncting Mercury. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. This is absolutely bonkers. And so a lot of y'all will be feeling that, just this fountain of ideas and creativity and, light bulb moments, especially when it comes to things that will bring you pleasure, okay? Things in terms of love and romance, if you're here for that, okay? Things in terms of family, if you're here for that, okay? Whatever resonates with you. Because remember, at this point, both the sun and Mercury are in Cancer, in your 5th house of pleasure, okay? In your 5th house of pleasure. So, Pisces, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on for you for this week. Again, for Pisces Sun and Rising, obviously, the Pisces Rising will feel the aspects, these, aspects a little bit more than Pisces, but every Pisces is going to feel this. But again, I feel like out of all the signs, like you'll be the most fine, okay? The most fine. And if you want to read for your moon, your Venus, you're absolutely welcome to. I think that's it. All right, Pisces. So let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for this week for June 26th to July 2nd. So, Pisces. What else was I going to say? Well, I do a traditional cult cross spread. It really brings the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Pisces. We're halfway through the year. Can you believe that? That's crazy. We actually are approaching, obviously July, which is we're there, right? So I hope you're enjoying your summer. And we are, just to give you a heads up, we do have a full moon in Capricorn, kicking off July. That's going to happen on July 3rd. So, I'll talk about that because next week I do your monthly forecast. But let's go ahead and get started, Pisces. Looks like you are going to make a big decision this week. All right? You are going to make a very big decision. And I do want you to focus on family, okay? And when I say family, listen, the age that we live in, the era that we live in, the times that we live in, when I say family, doesn't have to mean biological. Think about, we get to choose our families, right? We get to choose our families. So when I say family, it's what resonates with you, okay? My biological family, they're back in Georgia, okay? But I got my family up here in New York. So whatever resonates with you, but let's get started. Page of Cups, all right? Love this, okay? Absolutely love this, especially thinking about your last reading, okay? It was, I remember you had some good, it was a lot of just mental clarity. You had the Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Anyway, Page of Cups coming up in your past. Amazing. Love it. That's great. Okay. Saying that there are new things happening for you. All right. This is page, pages are the messengers. All right. And Page of Cups is very Pisces. Very Pisces. He's so dreamy and very imaginative, and all he wants to do is follow his bliss, and he's got this creative streak, right? You see the fish coming out of the cup there, and he's so compelled by that fish, and that is your symbol, right? And so a lot of imagination, a lot of creativity, just wants to follow his bliss. He wears his heart on his sleeve. In fact, his sleeves are red. And so there is, with the pages bring in that new energy, new paths, new journeys, new interests, and whatnot. So there could have been something or someone that has recently entered your life that you are really just like, ooh, I like this. I'm going to go with this. And if you haven't had that moment yet, it may soon, it really depends on what day you watch this reading, right? So this is really great. Now, Two of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. Very, very interesting here. Looking at your entire spread, because it looks like there is changes happening in your life, and you may be making a big decision this week. You may be realizing that there's a lot going on in your life this week, or there's a lack of things that are happening that is causing imbalance, right? Like there could be some great things happening, but there's the partner that you want isn't there, or everything at home is good, but the job you want is you're not happy with that. Do you know what I mean? Like there's some sense of imbalance that I'm picking up on. All right, so Pisces, think about that. Now there is a lot of imbalance in this card. Okay, you can see 1 foot off the ground, the pentacles aren't even the waves in the back are just like, so keep that in mind this week. You may have to make a decision. It could just be even just a personal decision in terms of if it's not in your physical reality, it could just be a decision for you to what do I have to drop to in order to make room for this, to bring this in my life that's going to bring me joy, that's going to get me closer to my path to enlightenment, right? I feel like this is also for a lot of Pisces something new. I feel like it's a lot of y'all are in a place in your life where you're thinking about a lot of things that you've never thought of before in terms of your path to enlightenment, in terms of enlightenment in general, right? In terms of enlightenment in general. So it feels like a big moment, transformation, that you're going through, a lot of like soul journey and whatnot. But you did get the Empress. Hey, in your challenge area though. So the Emperor's in your challenge area. That's why I'm saying take care of, keep your family in mind and keep them at heart. And that could be the thing that happens this week. On Monday, there could be some sort of like, challenge that happens. But, the Empress is all about abundance. You see that she is ruled by Venus. You see the symbol of Venus in the stone-shaped heart here, okay? And so, again, keep that in mind. Venus does rule love and romance, and, she is the mother archetype, and, but it is, she holds the golden scepter, right? So she creates all this abundance in her life, and she is pregnant, and this is number 3. So it's a lot about birth of new things, creation. 3 is creation. So with this coming up in your challenge area, there could be something again that something new that you may be going through in your life. Okay, some of it may resonate with family, but some of it may resonate with you as well, being a mother, or with your mother, even children too. And so keep that in mind. It could be that thing that you're if it is in your physical world, it could be that decision. It could be, and I want you to ask yourself as well, how does this resonate with you? Like, is it in your physical world, but is it emotionally? Is it like in a new emotional feeling? Is it mentally? Is it spiritually? What resonates with you? Work with that energy, okay? But the Empress here, it's almost like the other thing is, there could be like too much of something happening with the Two of Pentacles and the Empress in the challenge area. All right. So again, ask yourself, how does that resonate with you? Is there just too much of something happening? Whether it's chaotic or even whether it's good, right? But it's still that balance you want to bring. It's still that balance you want to bring into your life. Now, you did get the 7 of Pentacles in your crown. All right. So this is indicating, again, with the 2 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread, You may make a decision this week. You may make a decision. There's going to be something that you're thinking about, and it's going to bring that balance, okay? Now, you can see that he's looking back at everything that he's worked hard for. We're talking blood, sweat, tears, heart, soul, all of it, okay? And he's taking a little break, deciding what now, all right? What now? So, again, ask yourself, what have you invested in? What it was, a relationship? Is it your career? Is it something, something with your home? What have you invested in where you're like, okay, it's time to really think about this. Do I want to stay on this path? Do I want something different? If I want to stay on this path, how can I ascend, right? Is it something that I want to take to the next level, right? Is it time to ask for promotion? Is it time to get ask for like a proposal or engagement or whatnot in a relationship? Or, even moving, right? Moving, or is it time to try out a different city? Or is it time to retire? Is it, ask yourself these questions, but it's all, there's choices here, okay? You got the Three of Swords in the root of your spread. All right. So I'm not going to lie. This card has come up the most this week since I started this channel. Okay. A year ago. A little bit over a year ago. So that Mars squaring Uranus, keep in mind, that's just a marker. It's just a point in time. That on Monday, it happens on Monday. But the energy of it, you could feel it. Days before, you could feel it days after. It's different for everyone. But this is saying there could be something that is really, heartbreaking. It is a heartbreak card. It's a grief card. Okay. And so it's happening here in the root of your spread this week. So there is something that could have a really big emotional impact on you, okay? Maybe having to do with this decision. And it could also be as a result of what happens on Monday, okay? Like, hey, what's the phrase? Everything's out, the cat's out of the bag, everything's out in the air, it's drying the laundry, or the laundry's out to dry. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. But as a result of something that may happen that day or around that time, there could be a moment where it's just emotionally impactful. But I want you to, two things I want to point out here. One, sure, it's a heartbreak card, but it's still a sword suit. The sword suit's the mental suit, okay? Intellect, logic, even communication, okay? Decisions, all right? And so what's happening here, starting to go up here, all right? The whole point is to take these swords out one by one, all right? So have this healing moment. I think that it's really, really, the biggest message I'm getting is that a lot of Pisces are in a situation where they're, it is this idea of doing something new or moving into this next step, this evolution that is kind of heartbreaking, because you could have like this moment of clarity this week. Again, Mercury in Cancer. I mean, it's the Kazemi on the 30th. It's a big thing, but honestly, it could be something that is where you're going to have to heal a little bit from it. Okay, find ways to heal from it. Remember, take those swords out. All right. You even see that the stormy clouds and it's raining. Hey, I find rain healing. Okay, it's how you perceive it, right? I find rain, and it washes a lot of things away. Okay, and so consider it that way, because it looks like for a lot of Pisces, there could have been something new that came into your life, and now you have to make a decision. So it could be, again, just some very, basic examples. Maybe you've been at the same job for 3 years, okay? A recruiter got in touch with the dream job, but you love your job. Now, what do I do? I've been with this job for 5 years, but the dream job offer just came through. I feel this imbalance. What do I do about this, right? It's really heartbreaking to think about, because I love the team that I work with, but I really want this new opportunity. Okay, so that's also something I want to mention about this card, is that even though it is the Three of Swords, it's not always something that is like bad heartbreak. Okay, it can be like the fact that you lived in the same place for 10 years. You met someone new. Okay, you had that moment like, are we going to get married? And then boom, they propose, and now you're like, yes, now I have this balance. And so you're going to move in with that person, okay? And now you're leaving the place where you lived for so long, where all your memories are, the place where you know what I mean? Like, it's heartbreaking to leave that place where you find so much comfort. All right. So again, take where it resonates with you, but here's why everything's gonna be great for you. You got the High Priestess in your future. All right. So this is really good. She comes out. She only comes out when she says, "Listen, go within." Okay, go within. That, she is the guardian of the subconscious. She is ruled by the moon, right? And then in tarot, you rule the moon. But in either case, this is very, very, she is, when I say guardian of the subconscious, Pisces, you are the native ruler of the 12th house of the subconscious. So I absolutely love this for you. The fact that she did come out. I mean, you do see the tree of life behind her. You see the book of law, the Torah, like in her lap, right? But it's half veiled. So it's really saying just go beyond the physical realm. And it looks like you will. It's in your future to really go within. That's where you're going to find all the answers. All those answers are within you. Okay. They're within you. I mean, you do see the two pillars here, right? It's what do you it's they really reference like the temples of Solomon, right? You've heard of like the wisdom of Solomon. So it's like all that wisdom's inside you. It really is. And that's why she's saying go within, trust your intuition. And again, I say it in every reading, you are the most intuitive to a psychic level, Pisces, out of all the signs. So this is really great. I love, it's almost like this is all happening, but you're going to be back in the zone. All right. You're going to make that decision based on your intuition, based on your gut instincts. Okay. And thinking about that as well, 90 to 95%, the research has proven 90 to 95% of our, serotonin's produced in our gut. Right? It's produced in our gut. So it really does have an impact on our moods and whatnot. But it's that your intuition, just trust yourself. It looks like you will. But yeah, just know that there is going to be possibly a decision that you may have to make, or like a choice, or, a life choice, or something that again, I want you to ask yourself in your physical world, is it money and wealth? Is it career with these pentacles? But remember, pentacles are your physical reality, okay? So, but also, spiritually as well, looking at this, okay? Now, let's get to your staff, Pisces. If you like this reading, by the way, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I love hearing from you, Pisces. Did you even know, look, I always say it I say you're my secret crush every week, but I don't know if you know, but that's I'm not a Pisces. That's for someone else that's very close to me. But I'm an Aquarius, but yeah, I love y'all. Pisces, look at this. You are amazing. You're going to be good. Okay. You're going to be good. Just trust your instincts. Okay. You see what's happening here, Pisces. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you had Temperance in the heart of your spread last week. Yeah. Remember, it's like that imbalance. This is that balance, all right? So really seek that balance, and you're only going to find that balance if you go within, okay? And really trusting your intuition. Intuition is, again, it is, I say intuition is like, you get those winks from the universe. It's all those synchronicities. It's you make sounder judgments, better decisions. You're happier, right? So really go within. This is all about balance, and don't stress about your future. Don't worry about your future. Everything's going to be fine. In fact, temperance literally means self-restraint, okay? And so it really is like when you worry about the future or even the past or wherever, it's, stay in the present. Stay in the present. That's what enlightenment is. It's in the now, okay? So don't let your past or your future dictate your present, because if you really want to get meta, the past, present, and future are all happening right now. They're all happening simultaneously, okay? But just stay aware in the present. That helps build your intuition. When you have that awareness. I made up a word, awarity. It's a combination of the word awareness and clarity smushed together. So have that awarity. Now, the Chariot. How funny is this? It's funny to me, and only because the only reason I say that is this card has come up in literally, I'd say, like 70% of the readings this week. So not only did the first time it's come up the most in a weekly reading, the Three of Swords, so that Mars square Uranus is going to have an impact, but the Chariot is now coming up. I'd say it came up in like all the past 5 readings I did today. So this came in your external factors area though. This is amazing because the Chariot, first things first, remember what I said. We are in Cancer season. Mercury is moving into Cancer on Monday. We have a Mercury Kazemi on the 30th. Now, Chariot ruled by Cancer. Okay? And a lot of people question, why is the Chariot ruled by Cancer? Well, a lot of people tend to forget Cancers, they're cardinal signs. They're leaders. Okay, so they may have that emotional side and sensitive side with their leaders, but in any case, the Chariot ruled by Cancer. But the more significant thing is the 7. It's 7. 7 is 2023 is a year of 7. And it's a very significant number if you think about like the lucky 7 or even like 7 chakras. I mean, we can go on and on, but what I'm going to say is that 7 is all about introspection, coming right after the High Priestess. So, this is amazing. This is you moving forward from any obstacles that happen this week, okay? And it's almost like you're going to just feel that surge, okay? All about moving forward, especially around this decision that you're going to make. Now, I'm going to point out one other thing here that is going to really be amazing. It kind of doubles down. You see the sleeves of the charioteer, right? From the High Priestess. So when I say trust your intuition, I feel like that was a big theme for you last week too. Trust your intuition. But it's almost like you're protected, you're guided, you're good. You have the High Priestess on your side. She came out in your reading. You have the Charioteer. This is, again, that balance energy, that control. It's amazing. There's no reins here. You see, he's holding the Magician's baton. There's no reins, okay, with these 2 sphinxes. Remember, there's polarities. You see that here too, right? The black and white. It's that awareness, okay, that really controls it. This is pretty significant, and it's almost like it doesn't even matter which direction they're going, right? They could go completely opposite. You would be in control. You be in control. This is being in control of all that imbalance, okay? So I absolutely love this because it is the Chariot. He's found that self-will, that determination, that willpower to move forward. Remember, 7's all that introspection. Now, you did get the 3 of Cups. You're going to be fine. This is all about celebration. This is all about joy. This is all you want. This is all you want. A lot of bonding energy with this card as well. You see the 3 sisters that are toasting. And what's really interesting is that if you do have a dispute with a family member, remember Uranus and Taurus, and actually Jupiter and Taurus as well is in your 3rd house. Now I said that's communication. It also rules siblings, okay? Aunts, cousins, even neighbors as well. But it's like whatever happens, you're not going to be stuck in an energy where it holds you back. It's like all you want to do is just get over it and just celebrate. Water under the bridge type of energy, but really, toasting each other. And so this is really wanting that, and I love that for you, okay? And then lastly, remember how I said earlier, I remembered you getting the King of Cups, or King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. You got the King of Pentacles again. I mean, you're really moving into this abundance and this wealth, right? And it really is, again, I'm thinking about your last reading. It's like you're moving into this place where not only, so he is Taurus. You do see the bulls, right? So on his throne. The King of Pentacles is Taurus. Remember, Uranus is in Taurus and Jupiter's in Taurus, right? In your third house. But this is all about the King of Pentacles. He is the protector. He is the provider. He wants to take care of everybody in his kingdom. He wants to take care of everybody in his kingdom, okay? In his empire, in his family. And he does. And he does. And this is also money and wealth. You see his hand over the pentacle. He's owning his wealth, okay? Owning his wealth. This is absolutely amazing. So it's in your final outcome. You're coming into this wealth. Now, when I say wealth, ask yourself, what's going to resonate with you? Is it like physical? Is it like money, right? Is it money, income? Is it wealth in knowledge? Wealth in, happy family? Wealth comes in so many forms. But here, it's just really, really that protector, provider energy. It's like you're going to be in a place where you are, it's almost like you don't have to worry about anything. You have nothing to worry about, especially with the King of Pentacles. And remember that the Taurus is the bull, right? Like you will have nothing to worry about. The other thing that I'm going to point out, which is really crazy here and which I really love, is that remember how I said that, I don't know if I actually said it earlier, she holds the golden scepter. There's only 2 people in tarot that hold the golden scepter, and you got them both. Okay? However, you did get the Empress in your challenge area. So this golden scepter, wrong place. This golden scepter creates that abundance. It creates that all this growth around him, okay, and her, okay. So really, it's taking action to make that happen too. All right, but remember, with the Empress in your challenge area, it's really like don't go inward, but with relationships, go inward for yourself to have those questions answered, okay? But still, be that protector, be that provider, be that person for your family, and again, what resonates with you. It can be your squad as well. But at the end of the day, yourself, with if you're on this spiritual journey, because it just seems like there is a lot of spiritual activity here. I really love this for you. I mean, you have an archangel, you have the high priestess, you have it's such an interesting read, but you definitely will likely think about something this week, making a decision, making a choice, having those big questions about moving forward about something, but it will help you really get back in the zone, really get back in your element, but you are just going to be moving forward from all of this, okay? It's clear as day with the Chariot here, and when I say move forward, moving forward into this place of abundance, like a very auspicious, okay, very auspicious. But yeah, there could be something that's very like a little bit too much of something happening that I'm feeling. But again, you will make a decision, or there could be something that comes up where you have to think about the next step. But you're fine. Pisces, you're amazing. Thanks so much for being here. Again, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for being here. You're amazing. I love you. You're the best. I wouldn't be here without you. I really, truly appreciate it. I do your weekly. I do your monthly. I do July next week. Again, July is very, very different from June. I'm not gonna lie, it's very different. It's a very different vibe. It's not bad. It's just very different. All right. So I will see you next week. Thanks so much, Pisces. Bye bye.